Kung yan, ginawa ng China sa ating Pangulo na si Bongbong Marcos, ako'y oposisyon, pero gagawin nila yan kay Bongbong, ay unang-una po ako magagalit. Sapagkat hindi ako papayag na babawin ng kahit na sino ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Hindi ako papayag na gawan ng karikature kahit ako'y oposisyon, na gawan ng ganyan ang ating Pangulo. Sapagkat ang Pangulo ng isang bansa, yan po ang tinatawag nating representasyon ng ating bayan, katumbas ng bandila. Kung ano ang tingin natin sa bandila, yan ang tingin natin sa Pangulo. Kaya, kung ano man po ang ginawa ni Admiral Tariela, ay pinakikiusapan ko po siya na huwag niyang ulitin. Sapagkat, pag nambastos ka, babastusin ka rin talaga. Wala po tayong magagawa sapagkat duty ng kahit na sino na ipagtanggol ang kanilang Pangulo. Ang gusto ko lamang pong sabihin dito, aking mga kasama, tama po, naniniwala po ako na hindi makatwiran ang ginagawang pambobomba ng tubig sa ating mga mangingisda, sa ating Coast Guard. Pero matagal ko na rin sinabi na may budget naman ng Coast Guard, ba't di kayo bumili ng mas malakas na water cannon at gumanti kayo? Hindi naman po pwede na lagi tayo magpapaawa. At parehas naman kayong tinatawag natin tanod ng Coast Guard kayo pareho. Hindi naman kayo gray ship. Ang gray ship, yun ang military. Kapag hindi naman pwede yun. Yun ang tinatawag natin na escalation. Pero kung dalawa kayong white ship dyan, at nagbombahan kayo ng tubig dyan, walang ano yun. Walang issue yun, walang escalation yun, dahil pareho kayong tanod baybayin. Pareho kayong nagpoprotekta ng coast natin.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we
Jordi
recognize, thank you, Mr. President. May we recognize your distinguished colleague, Senator Robin Hood Padilla, to also make a manifestation.
Senator Robin Padilla is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo, at sa ating pinunong mayorya. Ako po ay nakinig at napanood ko po ang mga talumpati ng ating mahal na kasama, Senator Risa Hontiveros, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Erwin Tulfo, patungkol po sa kaganapan na nangyayari ngayon sa pagitan ng Chinese Embassy at sa atin pong mga senador. Ang akin po lang mungkahi sana, ako po ay naniniwala, mga mahal kong kasama, na itong usapin nito ay masyadong popular sa ating mga kababayan. At ang magsalita ka ng patungkol sa pagsasaayos ng singalot na ito ay hindi pabor sa sino man na magsasalita nang gusto mong magkaroon ng kapayapaan. Pero sa usapin nito, ako po ay tatanggapin ko kung ano ang sasabihin ng mga tao sa akin. Kung sasabihin nilang, pro-China yan. Okay lang po. Wala pong problema. Ang akin pong gustong sabihin sa ating mga kababayan, alam niyo, ang isang bagay, pag hindi natin inayos, pag hindi tayo nagtulong-tulong na maayos, lalong-lalo na sa kapitbahay natin, kapitbansa natin, hindi po ito makatutulong sa atin. Hindi po ibig sabihin na ako'y pumapayag na pagsalitaan ng hindi maganda ang ating mga kasama ng Chinese Embassy. Hindi rin naman tama yun. Pero, hindi rin naman po tama na ang isang opisyal natin sa gobyerno na isang unipermado pa, ay gagawa ng katatawanan o karikature ng presidente ng China. Sapagkat kanina po, habang nag-uusap kami ni Senator Amy Marcos, sabi ko sa kanya, kung yan, ginawa ng China sa ating Pangulo na si Bongbong Marcos, ako'y oposisyon, pero gagawin nila yan kay Bongbong, ay unang-una po ako magagalit. Sapagkat hindi ako papayag na babawin ng kahit na sino ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Hindi ako papayag na gawan ng karikature, kahit ako'y oposisyon, na gawan ng ganyan ang ating Pangulo. Sapagkat ang Pangulo ng isang bansa, yan po ang tinatawag nating representasyon ng ating bayan, katumbas ng bandila. Kung ano ang tingin natin sa bandila, yan ang tingin natin sa Pangulo. Kaya, kung ano man po ang ginawa ni Admiral Tariela, ay pinakikiusapan ko po siya na huwag niya ulitin. Sapagkat, pag nambastos ka, babastusin ka rin talaga. Wala po tayong magagawa sapagkat duty ng kahit na sino na ipagtanggol ang kanilang Pangulo. Ang gusto ko lamang pong sabihin dito, aking mga kasama, tama po, naniniwala po ako na hindi makatwiran ang ginagawang pambobomba ng tubig sa ating mga mangingisda, sa ating Coast Guard. Pero matagal ko na rin sinabi na may budget naman ng Coast Guard, ba't di kayo bumili ng mas malakas na water cannon at gumanti kayo? Hindi naman po pwede na lagi tayo magpapaawa. At parehas naman kayong tinatawag natin tanod ng Coast Guard kayo pareho. Hindi naman kayo gray ship. Ang gray ship, yun ang military. Kapag hindi naman pwede yun. Yun ang tinatawag natin na escalation. Pero kung dalawa kayong white ship dyan, at nagbombahan kayo ng tubig dyan, walang ano yun. Walang issue yun, walang escalation yun, dahil pareho kayong tanod baybayin. Pareho kayong nagpoprotekta ng coast natin. Pero para sa usapin nang ikaw ay magtatalumpati at gagawin mong katatawanan yung Pangulo ng isang bansa, palagay ko, inuulit ko po, ako po ay oposisyon. Pero kahit sinong gumawa niyan sa presidente ko, hindi ako papayag. Ako'y tatayo din at talagang makakatikim din sa akin yun ng mga salitang hindi talaga, hindi niya makakain. Sapagkat sa akin, anuman ang political affiliation natin, pagdating sa Pangulo sa ibang bansa, iisa tayo. Solid dapat tayo, nakatayo dapat tayo sa Pangulo natin, pag-usapin na ng ibang bansa na. Kaya sana po, nakikiusap po ako sa Chinese Embassy at sa ating mga kasama na sana po ay matapos na ito, makapag-umpisa na po tayo ng magandang relasyon, pag-umpisahan natin ng pag-uusap, sapagkat, alam niyo po, meron din po tayong ibang mga kasinggalot. Tahimik nga lang tayo. Katulad po ng aking best friend sa Malaysia. Kasingalot natin yan sa Sabah. Ilan ng Pilipinong naging stateless doon? Ilan ng Pilipinong dineport nila? Pero naging tahimik naman tayo. Wala naman akong naririnig. Kaya sana kung ano po yung ginagawa ng iba din sa atin, pantayan din natin. Alam nyo, masakit sa akin magsalita ng patungkol sa Malaysia dahil kapatid kong mga Muslim yan. Pero ini-example ko lang po sa inyo na meron din tayong problema sa ibang lugar na meron din ginagawang pang-aabuso din sa atin na hinihingi ko din na magsalita din kayo. At sana, bilang panghuling salita, alam nyo, nung kailan lang nakita kami ni General Torre. Ang tingin ko dyan sa taong yan, kaaway ko yan. Sa ginawa niya kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Pero dahil nagkita kami sa isang lugar na hindi namin dapat pag-usapan ang ginawa niya, kundi kami mga bisita sa isang lugar, kami naging, kumbaga, diplomat na rin kami. Kami naging mahinahon sa isa't isa. Sapagkat yun dun po ay pagpapakita sa ating mga kababayan na hindi sa lahat ng oras ay palabang ka. May mga pagkakataon na pwedeng madaan sa usapan. Kaya po sana, inuulit ko po, wala po akong masasabing sa mga speech, sa mga statement ng ating mga kasama. Naniniwala po akong may katwiran po ang inyong mga sinasabi. Kaya niya lamang po, sana, pagsabihan din po natin yung mga unipermadong personel ng ating bansa na magdahan-dahan din lang. Pwede ka namang mag-speech nang wala kang gagawing karikature o katatawanan ng isang Pangulo ng bansa. Yun lamang po, maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo at sa ating pinunong mayoriya.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we also recognize Senator J.V. Ejercito, Mr. President.
Senator J.B. Ejercito is recognized.
Yeah, maraming salamat, Ginoong Pangulo. Nais ko lang siguro suportahan na, Ginoong Pangulo, ang pahayag ng ating pong kasamahan, si Senator Risa Ontiveros at si Senator Erwin Tulfo, tungkol po doon sa pagpuna no, sa Embahada ng China sa kanila pong pagbabatikos din sa ating ilang opisyal o nagkakaroon sila ng masabi nating hindi pagkakasundo. Ginoong Pangulo, ako po ay nag-aral sa isang Chinese school, sa Xavier School, no? At mahal ko po ang aking mga kaklase at mga kababata sa eskwelahang ito dahil sila po ay kasama kong lumaki hanggang po sa high school. Ngunit, ako po ay consistent na bumabatikos din sa China dahil sa kanilang ginagawa sa West Philippine Sea. Hindi po ako sang-ayon at hindi ako magpipikit mata na lamang sa kanilang pangaharas sa ating pong mga mangingisda na pinagkakaitan ng hanap buhay. Lalong hindi ako sang-ayon sa kanilang pambabastos sa ating mga Coast Guard. Naputulan pa nga ng daliri ang isa sa ating Navy no, sa isang insidente. Ngunit, Ginoong Pangulo, hindi, muli liliwanagin ko, hindi ako galit sa mga Chinese people. Ang galit po ako sa gobyerno ni Xi Jinping na expansionist at pilit na inaagaw ang ating pong teritoryo. Nagkaroon po ako ng pagkakataon, Mr. President, doon po sa IPU, dahil hindi po nagpunta ang dating Senate President po natin, ako po ang nagrepresenta sa ating pong Senado at nagsalita po sa forum at nandun po ang iba't ibang bansa at inihayag ko ang sitwasyon sa West Philippine Sea at ginagawa po ng China sa ating po dito, sa ating pong Navy at sa Coast Guard at sa mangingisda. Siyempre, natural na tumindig din po ang representante ng China at siyempre po inihayag yung kanila pong posisyon. Magsasalta pa ako kaya lang ayaw na akong payagan at ang presiding officer ay taga Malaysia, buti na lang po ay Malaysian Chinese. At nagulat po siya, ako po ay nag-Mandarin, nag-Chinese po ako, kaya natawa siya, ako ay nakapagsalta muli. Kaya inihayag natin at ang ating posisyon at naiklaro natin na talagang ang China ay talagang hindi ginagalang at nirerespeto ang desisyon ng UNCLOS. Mr. President, before I end, gusto ko lang sabihin na gusto ko pong suporta ng ating mga opisyal na nagsasalita ngayon, hindi masama na tindikan ang ating soberenya, hindi masama na ipaglaban ang ating teritoryo at lalong hindi masama ang itaguyod ang interes ng bayan. Muli, I commend Senator Ontiveros, Senator Tulfo, and be rest assured that we will always be here and fight for the interests of our country and we will always fight for the sovereignty of our country. Maraming salamat po.
Senator Francis Pangilinan is recognized.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Senate President. Thank you, Majority Leader. I would like to just manifest that I share the sentiments raised by Senators J.V. Ejercito, Senator Erwin Tulfo and Senator Risa Ontiveros on the unacceptable public statements issued by the Chinese embassy and a number of its officials. I too, Mr. President, was subjected to stern reminders, which I believe were undiplomatic and unacceptable. When we raised concerns about the live military drills in the Taiwanese Strait, that it was an escalation of the tensions in the region, China, the embassy reminded me of the One China policy. And I responded by saying, we recognize the One China policy, but they too should recognize our exclusive economic zone. If they can take it, I said, if they can dish it out, rather, they should be able to take it. And this is why this morning we prepared a draft in consultation with Senators Ontiveros and the Senate President, and circulated the draft expressing the sense of the Senate. 15 senators, we thank our colleagues for signing the draft resolution, and I understand we will be tackling this tomorrow. And in no uncertain terms, we condemn the statements of the Chinese embassy that are, we believe, inconsistent with diplomacy and international law. Having said that, Mr. President, 15 senators support the resolution. The Department of National Defense has condemned the public statements of the Chinese embassy. The National Security Council likewise has expressed its opposition to the statements of the Chinese embassy. The Department of Foreign Affairs has likewise expressed serious concern about the statements being issued by the Chinese embassy. Now, Mr. President, is the time to unite. The Senate, we call on the House of Representatives as well to issue a similar statement and adopt it. Now is the time for the country, the executive, the legislative branches of government to unite behind what I believe to be the bullying of a power, a superpower. And I believe the only way to deal with the bully is to stand up to it. And we thank our colleagues in the Senate for responding and asserting our sovereignty and our, as an institution, the Senate is a partner of the Executive Department in crafting foreign policy in this country. And therefore, this resolution sends a strong signal. We do not wish to have tensions with China, but we likewise do not wish to give up our sovereignty and our rights over the exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea. Ipaglalaban natin yung atin. Maraming salamat for the record, Mr. President.
Thank you. Well, just for a little levity, Your Honors, were you able to witness the popularity of Taiwan yesterday? The entire world was watching Taiwan yesterday. As I said, just a little levity. And you did watch it, no? I
Netflix.
suppose.
Netflix yata yun, Mr. President, no?
The Spider-Man
Yes. They climbed up
101.
Tower 101, yes.
Yeah, the entire
One of the
world was
tallest.
watching yesterday.
Taipei 101.
On Netflix, live. Anyway,
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
President.
you. Go ahead.
Mr. President, I'd just like to also ask the Secretary that all the speeches and manifestations made today be also directed to the Committee on National Defense as Primary Committee and Foreign Relations as Secretary Committee. So,
all right. Sorry, Bird.
thank you, Mr. President. Before I take up administrative matters, Mr. President, just approval of the journal. I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal of the 36th session, December 17, 22, 20, and 29 of 2025, and consider the same as approved. So moved, Mr.
Any objection? Hearing none, the journal is approved.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a few administrative matters before we adjourn. Mr. President, Senator Lacson communicated his intention to relinquish the chairmanship of the Committee on Electoral Reforms and People's Participation. With that, I move to elect Senator Risa Ontiveros as the new chairperson of the Committee on Electoral Reforms and People's Participation, Vice Sen. Lacson. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, Senator Risa Ontiveros is elected chairman of the Committee on Electoral Reforms.
Congratulations to the new chairperson. And we'd like to elect members of the Committee on Civil Service, Government Reorganization, and Professional Regulation. Mr. President,
You may proceed.
I move to elect the following committee members for the Committee on Civil Service. On the part of the majority, Senators J.V. Ejercito, Risa Ontiveros, Mark Villar, Rafi Tulfo, Bam Aquino, and Win Gatchalian. And on the part of the minority, Senators Christopher Bongo and Senator Joel Villanueva. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, upon the instruction of the chairperson, I understand?
Yes, this is on the instruction of the chairperson.
All right, the manifestation is recorded.
Also, Mr. President, the chairperson had asked me to designate former Senate, or rather to designate as vice chairperson Senator Christopher Bongo of the
Any-
same committee.
Any objection? Hearing none, so elected,
Mr. President,
designated, yeah.
finally, lest our chairperson of the Ethics Committee be again told that he's not doing his duty, the truth of the matter, Mr. President, for the record, hindi pa nako-constitute yung committee because we were awaiting for the members of the minority. It's never his fault, Mr. President. It was never the fault of our distinguished chairperson, Senator JV. So now, today, Mr. President, I move to elect the following members of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. On the part of the minority, Senator Christopher Bongo, Senator Bato de la Rosa, and Senator Joel Villanueva. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, they are so elected.
And that completes the composition of the Committee on Ethics, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. President, on the
Yes.
committees, on the medical technology bills, Mr. President, I move that under Rules 10, Section 18 of the Rules of the Senate, upon the instruction of the Chairperson of the Civil Service and Government Reorganization, I manifest the creation of subcommittee on medical technology bills to tackle the following bills. Senate Bill number 172, 1229, and 1479, with Senator Christopher Bongo as the chairperson. I so move, Mr. President.
Therefore, the Senate Bills 172, 1229, and 1479 are referred to the subcommittee.
Yes, Mr.
Any
President.
objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Headed by Senator Bongo. Thank you, Mr. President. And Mr. President, I had a chat with our chairperson of the Committee on Local Government, which will be handling the elections of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, the law creating or moving the electoral date. And he agreed. He thoughtfully agreed to allow me to head the subcommittee on this measure, Mr. President. Therefore, I move that we create a subcommittee under the Local Government Committee to tackle Senate Bill number 1587, the resetting of the first regular elections in the BARM, and he designated myself as chairperson of the said subcommittee. So move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, so approved.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee on Public Expenditures. Mr. President, pursuant to Section 113.
Before you do so, let me be clarified first, no?
Yes, Mr. President.
What we approved is the subcommittee you have created for the,
The resetting of the first BARM
Resetting.
elections, Senate Bill number 1587, Mr. President.
okay. And you are, who's chairing the subcommittee?
I was designated by the chairperson.
You are designated, all right.
Thank you,
Go
sir.
ahead, you may proceed now.
And on the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee on Public Expenditures, pursuant to Section 113 of Republic Act 12314, this is the national budget, the GAA, that we just approved. I move that the Senate President's designation of members of the Senate panel in the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee on Public Expenditures. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, the Senate President designates as members of the Senate panel in the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee on Public Expenditures the chairperson as Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, and members for the majority, Senator Pia Cayetano, Senator J.B. Ejercito, Senator Loren Legarda, Senator Francis Pangilinan, and Senator Erwin Tulfo. Now, for the minority, Senator Christopher Bongo is so designated.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, one last admin matter. The Philippine Congress Bangsamoro Parliamentary Forum on this topic, pursuant to adopted concurrent resolution reconstituting the Philippine Congress Bangsamoro Parliament Forum in relation to Republic Act 11054, the organic law for the Bangsamoro. I move for the Senate President's designation of the members of the Senate panel of the Philippine Congress Bangsamoro Parliamentary Forum. So move, Mr. President.
Hearing no objection, I designate Senator Loren Legarda as chairperson and members of the majority, Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri, Senator Francis Pangilinan, and for the minority, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano and Senator Robin Padilla. So designated.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. With that, no other agenda is on the table. I move that we adjourn session until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Tuesday, January 27, 2026. So move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, the session is adjourned until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Tuesday, January 27, 2026.
Thank you, Mr. President.